Hey, it's Brian. Welcome to episode 13 of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. If you're not following us on Patreon, please join us over there in our Fungin. We're about to record our bonus episodes for July, and let's just say we haven't forgotten about Jerry. So follow us there. And my stand-up wise, I'm going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina this weekend at Good Nights. Club's been there forever. It'll be a good time. Check me out there, brianposehn.com. Also, July 25th, Dana Gould, Greg Proops, Blaine Capatch, and Guy O'Beelan, Karen Kilgariff from My Favorite Murder, and my friend Derek Sheen. We're all going to be doing a show at Largo celebrating my 30th year in stand-up. Anyway, you're about to listen to episode 13. Things are off the rails. Bodhi has been acting like a lot of my other characters in the last couple of episodes and doing crazy stuff, so enjoy. Thanks for listening. Bye. Hey, it's Brian Posehn. I used to have a podcast where I played Dungeons & Dragons with a bunch of my friends. I missed it, so I decided to make a new one. It's called Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. It's myself, a couple of my buddies, Blaine Capatch, Dan Telfer, Ken Daly, an occasional guest or two, and we're going to be playing in a new setting, my dining room. Each week you'll hear my wife, my son, my dogs, and we're going to be playing in a place that I love and playing the game that I've loved half my life, Dungeons & Dragons. We've got 5th edition, and we're ready. So are you ready? Here's Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Hey, everybody. It's Brian Posehn. You're listening to Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Welcome back. This is episode 13. I've got my friends here.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Blaine. Hi, Ken.
That's who those guys are. Got somebody sitting on my lap who doesn't feel like talking.
It's Sam, our engineer. Hi, Sam.
Well, let's get into it. What happened last time?
Well, you guys had gotten this plan in your head of how you were going to fight the weird little hook-armed, monkey, hyena-faced beasts in the trees.
Now he's talking.
And
Does that sound exciting?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Well, they're weird. They look like gibbons, except they had hooks for hands and hyena faces.
You know, Gibbons, Yul Gibbons. He was a guy who taught people how to eat natural food, like pine cones.
I call them whoop whoops.
What the heck is all of this? What the heck?
That's what happens in D&D.
Yeah, they were swinging in the trees, making whoop 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 noises, and they started coming after everybody.
They're in that field, and
What
those are us, right? That's me.
What your dad did is he set the forest on fire, and then they traveled for a couple of days to try to get away from the fire. But little did they know, some elves were trailing them because they were mad about the fire in the woods. So as they were leaving the woods, they were trying to just get away from the whole thing, really. They started shooting magic missiles at your dad and his friends.
For no reason.
They were a little mad about setting their forest friends on fire. And to premeditate, Blaine was like, you know what? We don't want these guys to have the upper hand. So his character, Twee, the elf bard, set the whole forest on fire in a line with some oil.
Yeah, I can fly.
So they couldn't run
flew
away.
Behind them
and then
set the forest on fire.
Ken is a tiefling rogue arcane trickster. That doesn't get a what the heck?
Do you know what that is?
What the heck? No.
He set the woods on fire in front of them. So right now they're all there's 24 elves that may or may not be evil, trapped between rows of fire. And these guys are hiding behind a boulder, and Blaine's character Twee is flying above the woods up to the north. So,
Sound exciting?
Yes.
Are you going to go play Roblox instead?
My mom is gonna download me a fidget spinner app.
Oh, okay. Fidget spinner app. Those are popular.
App?
My daughter's just got fidget spinners today.
See you, buddy. Yeah, he got into fidget spinners last week.
I know, but an app.
Oh man.
I guess.
Is there a yo-yo app?
Well, it's better than
A hula hoop app?
having
You are
one
a
in your
yo-yo app.
house.
I guess.
Imagine having these things in your
Yo-Yo
house.
is probably
Is it
one of the
noisy?
most underrated cellists.
They're not noisy.
They're a little bit. I can hear my daughters going.
I guess they make a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, that was funny.
I like
enjoyed looking
explaining
at the
where
map.
we were to
Yeah, yeah,
Rhodes. That was a
was
fun
great.
twist.
Coming back from the break, Ken explained Hitler to a kid.
You guys are all
Politics,
chaotic.
huh?
Shut the fuck.
Sorry.
Ken's been
Right-wing
real into
nerds.
the interrupting me lately. I'm gonna have to find out a way to destroy his character. No, I am not so much defensive so much as I'm letting you know I'm onto your schemes.
Okay.
You guys are all chaotic good. Lekis is lawful good, and he's been enjoying the wrecking crew kind of bulldoze lifestyle with you guys for a while. But
He's got to get back to his Mormon mission.
well, he mentioned in the last episode, what did we just do? He's kind of shaken off.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he was like, wait a minute.
Well, I was worried about myself doing that because I'm chaotic good, but
What I want to do is instead of making you change your alignment, we are in a very evil land where evil seems to be the predominant presence. Not everything is evil, but everything appears evil. So it can be difficult at times to figure out. So what I'm going to instead do is put the pressure on you guys to figure out for yourselves what you're going to do. And you'll see a little bit what I'm talking about. It's not going to be too overt, but I'm gonna make sure I frame everything that happens in a way where you get what you've done.
did we figure out? I think you sent me that there was a god for me that was better than
I
Tyr.
meant to bring
even.
this up before we recorded. Yeah, but in one of our bonus episodes, I had suggested Tyr, which has always been sort of my go-to good god.
But somebody didn't.
There's
listener,
a dude.
It was really good for my friend Fear.
There's a dude named Cord, Kord. I recommend you look up. He is.
That's a listener, or that's a deity.
It's a,
A listener.
It's both.
Cord is the storm god and lord of battle. He revels in strength, battlefield prowess, and thunder. Fighters and athletes revere him. He is a mercurial god, unbridled and wild, who summons storms over land and sea. Those who hope for better weather appease him with prayers and spirited toasts.
He also flies the band around in a 707.
He's
a
more of a
licensed pilot.
barbarian, chaotic good god. He's for sure chaotic good. And I was like, Tyr was my go-to guy. I was like, I boasted a lot about how I liked how 5th edition has a lot of gods to choose from. I did some research. I think Cord is your dude, Kord.
I think he's the guy, Brian, because when he described him, I pictured Bruce Dickinson.
I'll take it.
He's got a very Conan the Barbarian ascending to Valhalla kind of vibe to him.
And a pilot's license.
Oh, he keeps crashing those planes, though.
Does he?
He's chaotic. He can't keep him in the air.
I think he just... turbulence has never brought down a plane, Dan.
So, you're not sure which god Lekis worships, although he has a sigil on his shield, and he has made reference to his god a couple of times, and that he's familiar with the local good god, Mananan MacLear, who's not particularly worshipped, but has apparently had influence locally, and he's...
As a law office.
Mananan.
We'll fight for you.
Yeah. They have an insurance ad in the back of a bus in front of me.
Just
Madonna
motorcycle
got me
accidents.
$8 million.
For the motorcycle attorneys.
Oh man. So yeah, he's kind of he just got nailed, and now he's thinking about it a little bit. What once your firebolt hits the woods, Tom, you guys all notice just escaping the woods in time, a big flock of what looks like giant black insects just kind of flees the woods like you would expect bugs to flee the woods after a giant forest fire. Yeah. And so you guys are past this clearing in the mountains, and you see them kind of fly up like about 100 yards in the air above the clearing, just kind of like a big swarm. Nice. No sign of the elves from where you two and Lekis are, but Twee, you see that in the middle, some of them are already trying to put out the fire enough to flee.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna get away from the swarm of giant insects.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly to the top of the mountain above.
Oh, he's over it, yeah.
Above where these guys are. So I'm flying. I guess I'm taking a position above those guys.
Okay.
And keeping an eye on the.
And are we still being fired on, though?
Let me get to that, actually. So before we get into that exactly, so I'll give you, Twee, that you get about to the clearing before anything happens. What do you two guys want to do? Just hang out behind the boulder and see what goes down?
I was, ready to fight those guys if they're still fighting us.
What's your armor class, Blaine?
That's kind of a personal question, isn't it? I'm gonna say 11.
Okay.
Let's say 11.
So you get nailed for 3 points of damage. An arrow hits you in the leg as you're flying away. And as you get hit, you look over your shoulder and you see none of them are hits, but you see 8 more arrows kind of volley past you
Coming up from the
woods.
From the woods.
Yeah, but last you saw, it looked like everybody was making a break for the deep woods. So that might just be like a final screw you. You can't tell for sure.
All right, I'm zipping back down out of sight. I guess down to the tree line or whatever, but out of sight line of anybody in the
Okay.
woods. 'Cause fuck that.
He said, "Fudge that! We're making ice cream sundaes.
Yeah, sorry everybody. I just swore in front of a kid.
We're all
He's in
we're
the
all
other room.
we're getting froyos." Yeah, you notice the swarm is starting to sort of like spin around and kind of like get a feel for like maybe where the source of the fire came from, almost like they're a mob sharing a mindset.
I'm gonna start singing.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Melanie.
My wife just silently brought out a plate full of brownies.
And a stack of Captain America napkins.
Adorable, quiet murderer.
They're all laced with poison because she's tired of us doing this.
Poison brownies.
Lekis looks at you guys and he goes,
poison berries.
he looks in the woods. He looks at you guys. He looks to the woods on fire and he goes, gotta think I should say something. Feel like we had a real good time, guys.
Oh, no.
We did some real cool murdering, but I think I got a duty to do something besides murder sometimes. I mean, we can't just. I mean, you can. I mean, should we cross paths again? I will surely take up arms with you, but I think I need to. You guys go ahead and if you want to go to this castle up in the mountains, maybe I'll follow you in a little bit even, but I think I'm gonna go see what's going on in these woods. See if I can make peace with these elves.
He's going to go back to the elves that are trying to kill us?
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea. Okay.
So bad it's great.
Yeah,
You're with him, though, right, Tom?
I am going to.
You three are together behind a boulder. While Twee is flying overhead.
Oh, okay.
But Bodhi and Tom, you're both with Lekis while he sort of bids you a fond adieu.
I'm going to try to explain to him how we sort of had no choice.
I would like to hear Tom say it.
We kind of had no choice in the situation. We kind of, we were getting attacked and we tried to defend ourselves.
He says, "Yeah, man, I got hit by those bolts too, man. I get you. But I was kind of a party to their woods getting lit on fire 3 times, and you know how elves can be, man. You know how elves can be. They're all protective of their leaves and their berries and all that junk. I feel like I should at least
Well,
make clear our intentions on your behalf and mine. Right?
I think everything on this island is evil except for
dark
us.
elves,
So
right?
they're not regular
They're
elves.
not dark elves.
Oh, they were not normal.
You noticed they had
elves,
sharp teeth.
yeah,
And
so
then you
they're like
decided.
vampiric elves.
And then you decided they were fuck these guys. You don't know that they're vampires. You don't know that they didn't set off detect evil. They didn't.
They're creepy elves.
They were very creepy elves. They worship the moon.
Oh, where elves? They're elves. Shit.
I
What do
think
you
we were
think,
right
Twee?
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, he says, "Yep. I got no beef with you guys. Seem kind of like a bunch of fucking nerds, but you know, I'm gonna just try and find out what's up
What's
with
a
them."
nerd?
Oh, I can't eat. My
Oh, there are these things. This old scholar named Dr. Seuss or something. He wrote some book with the word nerd in it, and yeah, it's a long story.
If you hear any horrible eating noises, it's not me this time.
It's Brian eating a brownie like 4 feet away from the mic, so I really hope you can't hear my.
With his hand over the mic too.
I leaned back when I realized I was chewing because I don't want to get flamed on Twitter.
So yeah, he says he gets it.
Yeah,
He doesn't necessarily disagree with you guys, but he's gonna put his hammer on his shoulder and his shield over it. And
Plain nose whistle.
what are you doing?
He's nose whistling on purpose.
I just wanted to say my piece.
So he heads towards the smoking wood.
Good luck.
Stop, Wayne. Was worse than the Casio. Oh my God.
I'm eating a brownie, and Ken and Brian are just silently laughing.
Okay.
I ate one
Let's do
really
something.
fast, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
Whistle.
Tell me what you guys want to do. Yeah, like from what you can tell, Twee, once you get in the mountains, the arrows aren't following you.
Finally, relax. And crack a magazine.
No more shots are getting fired at you guys. Lekis disappears off to the north, far enough away from the flames where he can get into the woods.
Let him go.
Yeah, let him go do his thing. If he feels like he's got to do it.
I just wanted him to know, we didn't feel like we were doing anything particularly wrong. Just a little maybe wrong.
Yeah, the way I looked at it was my guy Cord was guiding me, and I wasn't doing anything he wouldn't do. Well, because I keep thinking the whole island is.
Yeah, everything's fucked here.
Yep. All right.
Sorry, I don't know
Back
why
to
I thought
Evil
I could eat that
Island.
brownie and not have it disrupt everything.
I'd like to think of myself. I guess it's officially chaotic good. I prefer to think of myself as chaotic good.
I remember last episode. I remember there was questions of whether or not I would make you guys change alignment. No. I thought about it, and I was like, as DM, I don't feel like I should make you unless you do something super evil. This is more fight or flight, like you were saying, and I was like, yeah.
My alignment's fine, by the way. I got 4 new Pirellis for Father's Day.
I mean, when I lit the trees on fire, that was out of self-defense. I felt, and also, I thought we were going to be
That's
fighting
what I'm
those
saying.
things forever. And
Well,
losing
right,
hit
and
points.
for the record, I think it's all hilarious. Like I was laughing the whole time, and I'm going to tell you a couple other things that now happen. So
I mean, maybe I'm leaning more on the chaotic than good.
yeah, I mean, and also, what's your intelligence?
My character,
Yeah.
a little bit more than my own. 9.
So
I'm about a 7.
that's
Yeah.
so I feel like a character with a 9 intelligence. He's also not super fanatical religious, and all. It's fine. It's fine. But that said, Twee, you notice up in the mountains, some creatures are observing you guys. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Here on the other side now?
There were these ashen deer that looked like they were on stilts that you encountered on the beach when you
Yeah, I hate them.
Yeah, I didn't like
when
those.
you had that
they
time
were, they
crisis.
were unpleasant.
You notice there's
Where the mountain? Where we look up? Back
So-
up that way.
so you guys are still kind of behind the boulder. Twee is up here now in the mountains, and
If you're listening at home, Dan is pointing to a map. Let me describe it to you in detail. It's a rectangle with graph paper on it.
this is kind of a vaginal map.
No. Oh yeah.
Here's the crevasse.
think
Here's the
about
thing. Here's another potential thing.
Sore.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh well, that's herpes. Canker is, they come and go. But
I'm gonna throw up on that map.
you notice there's two of these things, much as you encountered two before, and they're just sort of staring blankly
I don't like.
back and forth at you and these guys in their little cluster. And there's also some other weird little creature with them that looks like about the size of a dog.
That's weird. I'm firing my
You can't
arrows.
quite make out what it is
Arrows.
because you flew up in defensive mode. But
Firing
And they're
arrows.
looking at me.
How far away are they,
Firing
man?
arrows.
you guys can't see them yet.
Oh.
They're on a sort of cliff face, a couple stories above these
Oh,
guys.
so I don't even know. Okay, who
And
sees
they're like
us?
100 yards
He
away from
sees
you,
us?
so you can see them pretty well, but you can't make out exactly what they are yet.
I don't like them at all.
Well, do I even know this? Is somebody telling me
Nope.
that? Oh, okay.
Twee, you can tell them if you want. You can circle down. You can go check it out. What do you want to do?
Oh, just Blaine saw that. Sorry. Yeah.
This is just Blaine right now.
Okay.
I would, if I didn't think it was only going to last a few moments, I'd tell him in another room or something.
Are they following everything I do?
A little bit. They're definitely focused on you. They look
Did-
like they came to watch the party. They're very quiet and still, though.
And do they are they wearing anything? Are they just
No,
animals?
they look like animals. Well, the two that you recognize the shapes of the two stilt-like deers. They're very familiar in shape from that encounter on the beach. But the other creature, maybe like a dog's kind of squat looking. You can't quite make it out, but there's something definitely odd about it.
Weird.
Set them on fire.
I'm thinking about it. It's my new thing. Hey, can I just sort of float there and stare back? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna stare back and see what happens.
I say kill you with staring.
After about a solid 90 seconds of silence, you hear what sounds like a voice coming from the three of them going, "Here, here there, here there."
Are they pirates? Slurry drunk pirates?
It's not getting.
It's far away, so I'm mushing it up a little bit for the distance.
Okay.
Someone's calling to you from the three. You can't tell which.
That's a little one.
I think I'll fly a little closer.
As you get
a little.
you get a little closer, and again, you're more sure that those two creatures are what you saw before. The middle creature, the dog-sized creature, is not a dog. It has the body of what looks like a toad and a human face,
Ew.
and it's wearing a little cape.
It's super Toad Man.
As you get closer, it says, "Ho there! I need to speak to you."
Is it related to the toad people that we? Is that from? Is that from earlier in the game? Way earlier?
What toad people did you guys?
Oh, not toad. Or am I thinking of another
The
game? I played?
Pillbugs? Are you thinking of another campaign, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, little toad with a face on it. I need to speak to you.
Sounds like John Huston.
Oh, I need to speak. Do you speak for your party, sir? Oh,
What's your name? And before you answer, don't wear it out.
I am Torzo, the Phantasmal, and I speak for Count Bariss. The governor has an issue with you.
We don't hear any of
I-
this still. Yeah.
Well, I hail and Fine finding thee, sir. O ambassador of McDonald land.
I prefer to be called the Phantasmal.
Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna kind of lower.
As you leave, he keeps making that weird ho noise, or he's like ho, trying to get your attention. He's very creepy, as I probably have already laid out very clearly.
Yeah. I'm gonna sort of like zip down to where these guys are and go, hey, heads up, there's a toad and some stilt deer up above.
What are they doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna go back up and kind of, but just so you know, there's something happening
All right.
upstairs.
Can we head up there? I'll head up that way.
Okay.
I'm heading back up.
It's gonna take me longer. But...
I'm ready to go in case there's anything.
Okay.
But I'm keeping a safe distance. I guess I'm making sure they're not armed with anything.
Are there trees towards?
There's little outcroppings like this, little grassy patches with pine trees.
Am I getting a good or evil kind of a magical vibe from?
You're getting a vaguely evil vibe.
And Blaine just told us where they are, right? So. So
you
I'm
head
gonna
up.
head up, but I'm gonna also kind of stay close to cover when I can.
The two deer are very still, but the little toad creature is kind of shifting very uncomfortably. He looks like some sort of abomination. Like there looks like he was created in some way, almost.
Human face on a toad, I get it.
Yeah, he's got a very leathery body that's bag-like with weird little webbed paws, and a hairless head, but like what almost looks like an old Winston Churchill face, kind of like stuck on it. It's white. His face is very white, but his body is a dark sort of leathery gray.
Is it just some sort of trick projection being thrown up by those two creepy deer?
I don't think so. I think it's a weird creature.
Should we
He
kick?
says, I'm the Phantasmal.
No, it's Torso guy.
Torso.
Do we still?
Yeah,
Are
tell
we-
us when we get to him.
Yeah, where are
So
we?
as you approach him, he says, I fear you come to speak with Count Bariss. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome. You are the ones who slayed the other counts, are you not?
Wow.
The count.
You slayed Count Dengal. You slayed Count Almalegda. You are not welcome here. Count Bariss forbids it.
Well, we're gonna slay him.
No! No, you are not permitted to slay! I, Torso the Phantasmal, am here as a messenger!
How far
You are
away
not
is Torso?
welcome!
How far away is Torso?
He's, at this point, about 20 feet in front of you. You're pretty close. And he seems to be some sort of... He's unarmed. His hands don't look like they could do more than hold very simple tools. But he's wearing, like, a royal cape. He looks like he's been dressed by somebody with working thumbs.
Where's
What's the deal with the guys around him?
The two deer are standing over him, and they're staring right at you. And just a quick refresher, because I know there's a lot going on in this land that's just fucked up, and at a certain point it might all run together. When you encountered these things before, they approached you, they shrank their arms down, tried to walk towards you on two legs, and you cut them both in half, and their corpses turned into the corpses of normal deer.
Right.
Okay.
So that was your last
Alright.
encounter with these things. And there's two of them again, and they're staring at you.
But they attacked me last time.
Nope.
no? Or,
No, they just
Nope.
approached.
Like many things,
killed them
you just
unprovoked.
straight up killed them unprovoked. You decided they were creepy, and you would just hack them in half.
God, I don't remember that.
I kind of remember.
That's totally unlike you.
I don't mind that you don't remember. That's
Crazy
why I
person
like
when I play
being the
this
person
game.
who tells things like this.
Sorry.
Because I get to see the look on your face as you you have to deal with it.
All right.
I want to put him in my pocket. He's a cute little thing.
Do you tell him that? Yeah. What do you guys say to this guy? We can have a lot of fun goofing on how he looks like a real pile of shit. But
is he guarding the actual Count?
You see,
It's like an emissary.
there's enough mountains here where you can't see the castle yet. But according to the map, you guys are in these foothills, and the mountain can't be far away. I think if you go through a couple of mountain passes, you'll hit it.
Okay.
He seems to have come down through a pass with these two as sort of.
Yeah, well, we slew
Messenger,
the others
yeah.
because they were evil.
Yeah.
You got an evil vibe, yeah.
I'm telling him.
Oh, you're telling him?
That's why we killed him.
Oh, but we are all that is left. Do you not understand? We have a very, very delicate balance. There is nothing here. The evil is the only way to survive.
Yeah, but you've turned innocent people.
Oh, but where else will they go?
What do you mean?
There's no more
turned them-
world.
Sorry, I need to think of a way to say this in this really stupid voice. He says,
If you speak of the vampirism, it is a gift. You are all that is left. You will not last long without it. We must pass on the gift of the undeath. Without the undeath, how will you live? How will you experience the universe in this small land that is all that is left? You may live forever with Count Barriss's gift.
I really don't know.
Don't you want to live forever? Don't they want to live forever? There's nowhere else to go.
We're trying to bring things back to the way they were.
Yeah, we think if we destroy these evil priests or these evil
vampires?
these vampires, that we can turn it.
Says you do not want to slay the vampires. They are the keepers of order in this place. You speak of the Demolith.
Right.
He was once a vampire. He has transcended the physical form.
Right, well, we're killing the other guys first, and then we'll get him.
That seems very rude. Count Bariss is my master. He gives me life.
Then tell us how to get to the Demolith. Where is he?
You wish to slay the Demolith, you will never get back to your world. You need his help.
Well, then we want to find the Demolith so we can get back to our world. How about that?
Will you kill me?
Not if you're not a dick.
he waddles up to you in a really gross way.
And he says, "What is a dick?"
Show him.
This.
Oh my! You must be half orc. That is very frightening. Is that an
It
exoskeleton?
didn't make the thump I wanted it to onto the...
You were hoping for more of like a.
Yeah. But I did it onto the book.
The Monster Energy drink tattoo kind of really makes it.
Still, that's not even...
Your metal bracelet makes a great noise. It sounds like he's got a dangly piercing or something.
He goes, "Oh, well, you have not slain me yet. Perhaps I can at least get you an audience with Count Bariss, but you must promise not to slay anyone."
This is one of those.
Can't make that
digs, is it?
promise.
If you cannot make that promise, you are not welcome.
Oh, my God.
I'm beginning to be afraid of you. Should I be afraid?
Sometimes.
What's
When you say sometimes, he scurries off into the mountains like a terrier. He was starting to shake a little bit as you started talking more about death and you whipped your giant half-orc wiener out. But once you say sometime, and you imply that you might actually kill him, he, like a bolt, just flies up the mountain, just going like... And the two deer,
cowardly.
with crazy agility, because they've got these long stilts, kind of like... up into the mountains to follow him.
Okay.
creepy?
Let's follow them.
Yeah.
Cool. As you head farther up into the mountains, you notice the crowd of black giant insects seems to have dispersed.
Good, because I didn't like them.
You're really just going through one mountain pass here. There's a big hill, and it only takes you about an hour to get through, and you see the castle in the distance. There are some gardens around the castle. It seems to be in rather good shape, but much of the Much of everything is still dark. You get a very evil vibe from the whole castle. It's almost definitely a vampire castle based on what you know of this Count Bariss guy.
Count Bariss.
Yeah.
All
See
right.
the gong count? Or do we already make that joke last time?
No.
Remember his name, Chuck Barris?
Oh.
We're gonna have to fight Gene the dancing machine.
J.P. Morgan.
All of a sudden,
Gong the placenta brothers.
one big black bug starts going past you really fast.
Oh, yeah? They're back?
Is this like North
But it's just one of them?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Where is it?
Flew
It
away.
just flew through the mountain pass, and it looks like it's circling back, and it's gonna do another flyby.
All right.
And like close to us?
Yeah.
Like flying down low, trying
Yeah.
to hit us?
Threatening
In a
flyby?
threatening manner?
You can't tell, but it's the size of a fist.
Well, I'm ready to bat it away when it comes back through.
Yeah.
All right, it comes back through.
I'll
It's right
swing
about
on
to.
it.
You're gonna swing at it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, roll a 20.
And so this is... We were talking about the new wave rolling.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get this right because I was listening to episode, I think it was 9, and I gave you an attack roll as
Let's
damage.
take a break.
Break.
And we'll talk about this in a second.
Where did
We're back. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hey,
We're back.
We're back.
full of
We're
pizza
back.
pie.
We didn't eat it on camera. Oh, here comes Mavis. Hi.
So,
Jay Leno's wife.
excuse me. That's what you would want more of,
Jalen
right?
and his
listener?
wife is under the table right now.
I'll say.
Hey, get back under there. So,
Why can't you be a Duthenberg?
Why are you holding Bugs Bunny?
get out of the garage. I told you not in the garage.
Hey, what do you have?
Oh, is she chewing on something?
What'd you get?
Oh, she got
My radon
the
detector.
foot of my laptop, I think.
What?
Fell off. The little
Yeah,
plastic pad. I would not like that anymore, please.
All right. What are you doing, weirdo? Lay down.
Why? How did you get part? I guess it fell off because it's hanging over the table.
Yeah. Lay down. Hey. All right.
Aw, good girl. So
But a stereo.
you're gonna swing at this fist-sized bug that is flying at you, and I'm gonna say because it is the size of a fist, if you swing it with the flat side of your sword, it's gonna be an easier but potentially less damaging hit. If you swing with the blade, you could potentially cut it in half, but there's less surface area of your sword to connect with this small object flying at you. So which do you want to do? Because I'm going to make you do a dex check before you do an attack roll, because if you don't make the dex check, or you can do dex or you can do athletics, because it's baseball ball. So
Do you want to split it or
do you have an
smash it?
athletics bonus that's better than your dex?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? +4?
Yeah.
Cool. So why don't you roll a 20, and if you get a +4 and it's over 10, you connect with this thing. Unless, do you want to do flat of your sword or blade of your sword? Because if
I'm
you're going to do
gonna
the
try to
blade,
slice it in half.
then it's a 12.
Okay.
It's a little harder. So you got plus your bonus with the 20. You use the tower? We got the tower lights.
Oh, yeah. What came up?
What is it?
11.
11. Yeah.
+4? Yeah, you connect.
Nice.
We call that a Stranger Things.
Roll for damage. Or roll. That's your attack. So that's your dex. I'm sorry. So your dex check is you are going to be able to hit it.
Oh, okay.
Now you can do the attack. If you had missed this, it would have been a for sure whiff.
Oh, okay.
So now roll to attack. And so this is going to be your strength bonus, which is +5, plus your 20, versus this thing's armor class.
18. Is that an 18?
15.
15.
+5. That is a hit.
Okay, cool.
It was a really hard thing to hit,
Holy
but you
cow.
hit it.
Okay.
That's where the 5th edition roll gets fun, I guess.
Do I even need to do damage on the thing? Because
Actually, you do. Yeah. Because as it turns out, this is a sentient creature, as opposed to just like a bug.
Brian, you're killing something that's thinking.
Where is he? So, 1 second. Hey, Blaine, what is this, me pulling up my spreadsheet brought to you by?
This was brought to you by sheepskin condoms. Warm in winter, cool in summer. No more stanky on your hang down. Sheepskin condoms.
So how much damage do you do this thing, Brian?
Is there a bonus on that or no?
Yeah. Okay. If you got your damage, what's your damage bonus?
Now I'm all confused because we've moved these numbers
Hell
around.
demise.
I know. Sorry about that.
Count the money. Demonet.
Where would that be?
Demonet. Count the money.
It's you.
Oh wait, there it says it right here.
Yeah, +2 to damage with your greatsword because of your proficiency. So
Yeah,
you
and
rolled what?
+4 if I'm raging, and I wasn't raging. So
okay. So you rolled what? A 3 with 2 6s.
so,
You rolled 2 6s, right?
yeah, what came up? I didn't even.
2 and a 1.
2 and 1. So yeah, 3 and then so 5.
Cool. So your blade connects right with the middle of this thing, and you hear a loud, squishy, crunch, and it sticks to your sword for a second, and it flops to the ground.
Nice.
And what do you do?
Big bowl of sticky
Is it
crunch.
dead?
No,
Oh, I stomped
but it's
on it.
twitching on the ground.
I finish it.
As you get closer, you notice it is a fairy of some kind.
Why were you attacking us?
Oh, I just wanted to see if it was you guys.
Oh, is it Gago?
Yeah, it's Gago, you piece of shit.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's fucking Gago.
Why did it
You
look so
fucking
unfamiliar?
gut shot me with your sword, motherfucker. I only got 10 hit points. You rolled higher, I would have been fucking split.
Well, why were you flying at us like a fucking asshole?
Because you just
We
set the
kinda-
forest on fire, motherfucker, and I wanted to see if it was you.
We don't really like him anyway, right? Should I just? I could have.
He
just
led you to
stopped
the
him.
drow cave where you got your
let's-
gauntlets of ogre power.
That's true. Okay.
In that case, I'm not going to step on it.
Yeah, and we got him drunk. He was funny.
He's got a big
I think the fans
gash
like him.
in his stomach from where
Sorry,
he connected.
fans. Can we heal him?
I don't know. Do you have any healing abilities, Blaine?
I don't. But
Lekis was your cleric, and he's Gonzville.
You know, I have a.
Hey, Gago, go find Lekis and bring him. Have him heal you and bring him back.
Okay, bitch.
I was
what?
kidding.
I have a cure wound spell.
Oh, great. Do you want to use it?
Yeah, I'll use it.
Why don't you give that a roll, won't you?
I'm gonna strum my little magical lute. I'm gonna sing a little song called Novocaine for the soul, cause that's a song by the Heels.
Oh, I love it.
Heals.
They're one of my favorite bands.
I really got
I
the
appreciated the reference.
How many? What's a cure wound? Sorry, trying to figure out how much cure wound spell.
Yeah.
What's that brought to you by?
This cure wounds spell is brought to you by Swift Nuts. It's like a Swiffer, but it's smaller, and it's for the dust on your nuts. Swift Nuts.
What?
Look, I can't do this as well as Blaine. That's all I wanted to do.
Welcome to my world.
The dust on your nuts.
Some Swift nuts.
Hey, tired of walking around with dusty nuts? Get Swift Nuts. It's for your dusty nuts.
1d8 plus my spell modifier.
Which is?
I don't know what my fucking modifier
If
is.
it's more than 3, then he's fully healed.
Can't believe I fucked up Gago.
I can. I absolutely knew that was going to happen. I
I
can't
had a
believe.
feeling somebody should talk to him first.
I can't believe you didn't fuck up Torzo the Phantasmal. I thought he was going to get face stomped any second.
Oh, I can use
I
this as
wanted
a
to.
higher level spell too. I can use
Trying
this
to
as
change.
a 4th level spell.
What are you going to do?
I can use this as a 4th level spell, which is 1d8 for each slot above first, so 4d8.
Cool.
Healed.
That's 1. That's 5 total.
Oh, he's totally healed. He's fine. He's fine.
11.
It's growing bigger.
Yeah, 15.
So
Nice.
cool. After you lay hands on him, he flutters up to about eye level and
hands
goes,
on.
"Look, man, I've been trying to follow you guys just to see if you do anything hilarious." And you started setting shit on fire. I've been trying to talk my buddies into not killing you in a swarm.
Oh,
And
man.
then I was like, "Oh shit, that is. I think I can talk to him if I can just fly over."
And then I stabbed you. Sorry.
It was.
Able to stop the last time you flew by, or what?
I couldn't tell if it was you. I was trying to just do a quick flyby. I was trying to be chill.
I knew it was.
You seemed like you were attacking us. That's why I swung on you.
Look, I'll be perfectly honest. I wanted to see if it looked like you had any more of that booze before I really talked to you, and then I was just gonna go back in the woods. I think you still got some of that booze left. You got a little bit of that sweet shit. You got that good shit, bro.
All right.
Hey, bro, you got some of that sick shit?
He just needs like an eyedropper's full, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
man.
has it?
It takes nothing to fill him up. Yeah.
Who
Then
has
he's
it?
going to take a nap in a tuna can.
He will.
Okay, give it to him.
So he takes a swing and he goes, "Oh, you guys gonna go fuck up this vampire in the mountains, ain't you?"
Yeah, what do you know about him?
Oh, this is one of the big ones, man. He's more powerful than those other guys.
Well, do we have to defeat the vampires to get the Demolith to bring our world back?
oh, you want to? Oh, right. You're trying to bring your world back. That's fucking hilarious. Nah, man. If you want to try to, the Demolith is the most powerful, man. He doesn't deal directly with these vampires too much. The vampires just kind of run the day-to-day shit and enslave all the beings and all that stuff.
Okay.
But you know,
So ultimately, we don't even have to kill the vampires.
nah, man. You probably want to go hang out
Trying
with.
to build up our
If you go straight to the Demolith if you want.
Well, I guess building the stats is a good call. But yeah.
It's up to you. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy shit in this castle.
Stronger and smarter. and
Right, yeah, let's...
Dexterous.
I don't know much
sense.
about any of the vampires except you killed a couple, and then the one here is kind of the badass that freaks me out a little bit.
Barris?
Yeah, Bariss is pretty freaky shit, man. Do you see any of those stilt monsters? If you like weird ass monsters, there's a lot of weird ass monsters in this dude's castle.
Great.
Let's go see Barris.
Yeah? You want
It's
to check
close.
this shit out? I might be able to help you guys find another way in there if you want to.
Okay.
If you want,
Right?
find you some.
Why not?
I can't promise I'll follow you, but
How much is left in this episode? Okay. Well, we got 10 minutes or so. Maybe check out what you got there. Your entrance.
All right, man. Keep setting shit on fire. I was on board with that shit. That was pretty cool. I don't know why that dragon bitch left. He was kind of a puss, though, right? We can all agree he was a puss.
Leckus?
Yeah,
I
man.
liked him.
Yeah, but he's kind of a little bitch.
Not everybody likes you.
No, man. I fuck a lot, though. Every day. I get the fuck on with my fairy bitches.
That's a straw statistic. That's not what we were talking about.
All right. So he'll tag along with you guys.
Great.
He suggests you spend some time climbing up some more. Now that you can see the castle and the gardens, he suggests you try to get a little bit of an eagle-eye view on this castle to try to maybe find a non-typical way in. The gardens, he says, are full of weird little monsters that are the Lord's servants there.
I am going to get invisibled and then get a fresh fly on myself, and I'm going to go on a little mission.
Sounds good. You want to fly way up there?
Yeah.
Can you fly twice as high if you read a book? Reading Rainbow?
I can. Yeah, I can actually.
Okay. Yeah, I fucked the lyrics up a little bit there. So
That's
I just
I
wanted-
thought you were going for a Lenny Kravitz thing, and now I'm in my head trying to think if I should have done a joke about how I'm just gonna
his penis fell out that one time.
gonna wait until we get up to cruising velocity or cruising altitude, and then I'm gonna turn to the magazine, but somebody already did the Sudoku, and I go, "What the? Come on!"
Once
Glad
you-
I didn't do either one of those.
Once you get there, you see there's high towers in this castle. It's got
Tower from Police Academy?
it's standing on like a spire of rock. There seems to be a natural pit between the mountains with a spire of rock that the castle's built on and a little drawbridge. And there is gardens around the drawbridge. This castle seems very busy. It seems like there's a lot of beings in this castle, not necessarily of a fighting kind. There seems to be lots of little, just like, remember that vibe you got off the weird little toad man, Torzo, the phantasmal? It was like a dog with a dog shaped as kind of squat from a distance. You get the same kind of vibe. There's a lot of weird little squirming.
So this guy's
shapes.
like a Dr. Moreau kind of...
That's the vibe that Twee is getting right now, that there's some sort of...
Oh, I'm not even seeing this again.
No,
This is
but
Twee.
I think we can... Again, I'm not going to make
right,
Twee
cool.
do
Gotcha.
this separately because I assume he'll just come right back.
right.
Dude,
Yeah.
you have to leave the room.
Here's the thing. If Blaine starts to say I'm going to go on Mission Impossible attack without telling everybody, then I'll make you guys have a seat and go play Nintendo Switch in Brian's living room. But
That would be terrible.
How do you want me to phrase that again?
So, there's two main castle towers. There's a very, very, very small castle courtyard, whereas, when you were at Count Amelegda's castle, there's sort of a big courtyard where people were setting up kind of like party supplies to invite the other vampires. Here, there's almost just like a round little hallway between the outer wall and the keep. But along all the keep walls, you see these little squirming beings, different shapes, all of them, none of them the same.
And where's the window where the Count looks out and I can lasso him around the neck and yank him out?
No sign of anyone of stature.
I'm gonna need that window where he looks out and I can grab him unexpectedly and yank him out by his neck. You can do that for me. Come on, Dan.
There's
Come
some
on.
windows in the spire tower. Do you want to get in real close?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let me see which one you. Okay, so you want to go to the north or the south tower?
I'm feeling a little north. Let's go
right.
north.
So the top floor has a window, and when you look inside of it, it's dark, but your elf eyes can pierce it, and you see what looks like an observatory. You see a telescope. You see fancy chairs.
Oh, chair.
And nobody's inside it.
Really?
Yeah.
And the windows are open, closed.
There's one balcony.
Balcony.
It's got doors that can open or close, but they're just wide open.
You know what? I'm gonna gonna kind of zip a little in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm invisible. I'm flying.
All right. Hey, Ken and Brian. You want to go watch some wrestling VHS tapes in the other room for a couple?
Yeah, we'll call soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably only got about 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I feel like I can give him 5 minutes worth of investigating if you guys just want to scoot live without having to pause. We'll do a little whisper sesh, Blaine.
Bye, everybody.
So, you duck in, and and all sorts of astronomy gear is in here. There's globes, there's maps.
Okay.
There's all kinds of stuff, and there's a stair in the back of the room that leads down. There's an alchemy set up here. There looks like a bar with maybe some alcohol in it.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
No sign of any.
I just saw them on the back porch. That's why I'm gonna get a little louder.
Oh, okay. There's nobody. No movement in there. No, it's not like there's somebody working on it.
Nope.
Working on stuff.
Nope. You feel like this is a very leisurely tower, and someone took it for granted. You feel like you just walked into somebody's beach house. Out in through the veranda. Maybe they're in another room somewhere, but.
Do any of these potions give off like a magical kind of vibe?
Nope, just kind of liquor. Looks like there might be some good stuff here, though.
Huh. I'm going to take a nice bottle of it, and I'm going to... You know what? I'm not. I'm going to leave.
You're not going to touch anything?
No, I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to think a little better of it.
Before you leave, let me give you a better sense of the room. Because if you're going to leave, I should tell you everything that you saw. But
Okay.
Since you're not going to have a little interaction description. There was a big, what looked like medicine cabinet that was likely full of liquor. It was just a tall, it had glass doors. It was full of bottles. There was a side table, the kind of thing that you might put various booze stuff in next to it. On the other side of the room, there was another side table, and it had alchemy instruments on top of it. Everything was empty. There's no active potions in it, but it was very fancy alchemy instruments. There was, I'll say, like a long wood table, not unlike the one we've got, with a bunch of ornate chairs around it. But it didn't look like any food had been served on. It was very clean, very pristine. And there's a chair on the deck next to the telescope where people can look out into the sky or across the mountains.
On the way out, I'm going to take a look into the telescope and see what he's looking at.
You look through the telescope and you can see into the night sky, beyond the mist even, and you see what looks like very violent cosmic smashing. You see nebulas, stars colliding. It looks unlike anything you've ever seen. Just beyond the mists in the sky that you haven't been able to see since you landed here.
That's new. Okay.
Yeah. And the telescope was just kind of casually pointed up. You know, looks like maybe they just walked away, perhaps just down the stairs.
Yeah. I'm going to leave.
You're going to fly back to the group?
Yeah, I'm going to fly back to the group.
Cool. Well, I guess this has been episode 13 of Nerd Poker, you guys.
Might have been the smartest thing I've ever backed out of.
Make sure to check out our social media, and hopefully Brian will drop any tour dates he's got for himself, or if Blaine's got a Lucha Vavoom coming up. And
Lucha Vavoom in New Orleans, July 18th and 19th.
oh, hell yeah. Make sure you tell Brian to drop that in the next episode, because that might have happened by the time this one airs.
Yeah, I don't know when this airs.
Yeah. But you guys rock. Thanks for all your support. Please check out our Patreon. We just found out who the July guest is gonna be. So if you don't know already, it's a pretty sweet one. So, bye guys.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California 91416. Thanks for listening.